So this is the power supply for the DJR400 fancy mixer and UK plug. First problem is that wire is all frayed right there. Then we have another tear in the cable, and then here this connection needs to go here. It's come loose. Anyway, so inside we have isolation transformer, and this is your scary do not touch bit. This is your mains. This is going to be 18 VAC at 1.5 amp. So it's just a simple isolation transformer. This is molded on, and this is your cable strain relief. So I'm going to have to get creative with this. I'm not going to have a grommet that's as good as that. I'm thinking about maybe slicing it down the middle, getting the wires out and fix them up. I don't know. Maybe I just cut it here, and drill these holes out or something. That sounds like a plan, actually. I'll try that. So I just snipped it here, cut this piece off, and then just pulled this out. And I'm going to try maybe drill out those holes so I can put this wire back through. So take your wee grommet and drill a big hole straight through it so you can get this cable down through the hole. I'll show you now when I get it done. There we go. So I can move this up and down the cable now if I want. Maybe not with one hand, but I can separate out these leads. Connect it back up. So when you get to this stage, which way around? Well, if you look closely, there's a white stripe on one of the cables. Or is there? Yep, there it is there. You can just about see it. In reality though, it really doesn't matter which way around you put them, oddly enough, because it's AC, but yeah, whatever. Make the white lines match up, you'll not go wrong. Don't forget to put heat shrink on before you solder them. Solder job is complete. Just need to tidy it up with a bit of heat shrink. Maybe I'll put a cable tie around here. Stop it. Yeah, sounds good. Much better. Ooh la la. So that's the soldering taken care of here. Just interesting that these two middle pins are doing nothing, but when you measure the device, they're touching. So this is connected to this, and this is connected to this. So in reality, you could very easily run a piece of wire from here, from this one to this one, and then from this one to this one, and it would work just the same. But I wouldn't do that. Here's the plug. Looking pretty. The last thing I need to fix is this wonky wiring. Easy enough to do, but this is I haven't even switched the thing on yet at all since I got it. I just fixed the obvious things. Once I cut this off, I'm just going to cut this and make a whole new joint. But once I have it open, I'm going to test the voltage. So I've got it plugged in. I've got my meter here. Oh, it's hard to do. There we go. So if I hold that there, 21. There's no load on it. That's why it's reading kind of high. If you put the 1.5 amp load on this, it'll drop in voltage to your 18 volts approximately. That's perfectly normal, in other words. There you go, the power supply. That's a secondary. You might want to put a wee dab of glue down that hole. I don't know. If you ever need to fix it again, it'll be easier to fix if you don't put the glue on it. Might make it a wee bit stronger if you put the glue on it, but personally I think the cable tie inside's fine. So I've tested the voltages and it all looks grand. I'll put it back together. There's your drawing now, much prettier. And this is all looking good. Moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. Way hey. Sorted. So I just googled 18 VAC UK, if you want a UK plug, and this one came up. It's got the correct plug for the UK. The output's 18 volts AC at 1.5 amp, which is exactly the same as the one you'd be replacing. So you just cut this off, and if you've still got your old cable, you could just use it, stick it on. It doesn't matter which way around these wires go because it's AC. But if it makes you feel better, there's white lines, a wee dashed line along there, just like the original power supply. This even looks exactly the same as it, to be honest. But if you wanted a spare as a backup for under 30 quid, then just search for female 4-pin XLR and make sure you get the one that looks like yours, and buy it from wherever you want. You could probably get that on eBay as well. There you go, that one. Neutrik. So yeah, just hook one side of your AC up to this pin and the other side of your AC up to this pin. Doesn't matter which way around you put them because it's AC. And leave these two just floating like on the original, and you got yourself a cheap backup power supply.